What I'm supposed to do.
I'll be right there, folks.
Fucking balls.
Fucking balls. Oh shit, you missed another opportunity to give him his balls back.
Oh, right. I'll do it next time.
Thus endeth the shattering. So, all that shattering-specific merch you've been hawking on eBay just quadrupled in value. Especially those misprinted t-shirts that say the slathering, which should come in handy at Milwaukee's famous Pancake Days, the third weekend of every August when the jam is running. Usador the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Chunk, the Talking Badger, was played by Adol Rafai. Arnor, the Legendary Warrior, was played by special guest Blaine Swen. Blaine is the creator and director of the Improvise Shakespeare Company, which often features many of your favorite improvisers playing alongside Blaine. Don't worry, he always kills their characters before the final crowd-pleasing monologue. Visit improviseshakespeare.com for their schedule of shows, which will be helpful the moment shows are a thing again. In the meantime, we're only too happy to be your 4 a.m. hookup that always answers the phone.
Hey.
Was played by Brian Safi. Check out Brian's podcasts,
All right,
Attitudes, and Ask Rana. Hello
gotta
from the Magic
invite
Tavern
my
is produced by
guests.
Arnie Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adol Rafai. Post-production coordination, including threatening emails to any voice recording artists who may be running behind schedule, by Garrett Schultz. Earwolf producer Kimmy Lucas. This episode edited by Stephen Dranger. Special assistance, air quotes, provided by Ryan DeGiorgi. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Hello from the Magic Tavern theme music by Andy Poland. Is it just me, or is logo by Allard Laban? Hello from the Magic Tavern theme.
How is everyone? Seriously, what's up, folks? We having a good week? All right, I'm waiting for Greg. Gonna get started shortly. Hopefully, we get some more drop-ins. Honey Badger in studio.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. How are you, Badger?
Oh, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Sound like can't. Yeah, I'm doing well. I just got done with work and worked out. Might be going full time soon, so that's good news.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man! That's way more money in the Badger's pocket. Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Totally. Always a good thing.
You like Cups 1 cent. Money is a tool.
Have we any other friends you're expecting to see soon?
I'm not sure. I obviously, you know what I did. I'm not going to announce anything, but I think here. Well, shit. I can send something back when I get back to my car. I'm walking the dog right now. Like the yo-yo move, walking the dog.
Yeah,
that's actually what I'm doing.
You say walking? Did you say walking the dog? The yo-yo move?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember those things, yo-yos?
No, just hear me out for a split second. I thought you said a yoga move, walking the dog, and I was like, "Are you conflating yoga and yo-yo?"
I mean, there are downward and upward dog, and I think there's another one. But
man, that just made me think of a great skit. I'm just, I've been working on my yoga, little around the world, walking the dog,
doing around the world. What's that? The building in Paris called again? That one.
I don't even
the Eiffel
know.
Tower. The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
There's that. Yeah, there's
The
that
swing.
one. That's also
The swing.
yeah. God. Yeah, it was yo-yos and hacky sacks when I was growing up. That was popular before eye touch and all this shit.
Yeah.
Or iPods. I remember iPods, iTouch, and then the phones came out. Oh man, am I feeling old or what? God, I still remember NES, man. I still remember NES. I just got done playing arcade games on New Year's Eve. I went out with someone. We played like some Super Mario, Super Smash. She's like, I can smash you. I'll beat you in Super Smash. I'm like, I'm OG N64 Super Smash. I'm OG.
So
And we played these two guys who were like, yeah, we're OG. And I just fucking wrecked them. I just Star Fox their ass. It was great. I'm like, dude, I'm OG. Like, you guys are noobs. You guys are like 22. Like, I grew up with this fucking game. You can't beat me. No.
So my question is, do you like Super Smash Brothers or Mario Kart more?
Oh. Dude, like, that's a tough one because it really depends on the mood. Honestly, Mario Kart is a better pre-game. Like, if you're going to go out and have some drinks and stuff, Mario Kart. That's a fun game to play, to get, buzzed up pretty quick and have a good time with some buds. Super Smash is just more or less like, a fun competing game with your pals. But Super Smash has gotten kind of ridiculous over the years. It's still fun, but it's just nowhere near as fun as the first two. Same for Mario Kart. Mario Kart has gotten pretty ridiculous. It's like this. It all depends on how you use the power ups. It's not even about like the driving anymore or anything. Like I just got done playing the new one on the that new Wii system, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
The one that you can like bring with you around. And I think it's Mario Kart 8. Yeah, the Switch.
You sound like
And-
an old man when you talk like that.
Fuck
Are you trying to pretend like you don't know what it's called, and that's why you're like desperately hanging on to that?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't had a Nintendo system since before high school. I mean, I've been PlayStation, Xbox since before high school. I did have a Game Boy Advance. No, SP. Game Boy SP was I think the most advanced Game Boy I had. That was my last Nintendo. But I played Aaliyah's brothers who are, they're like in elementary school, and they think that they're pretty OG at Mario Kart 8, and I blew them out of the water. Like, how are you so good at Mario Kart? How do you do it? Like, I don't even know these maps. I haven't even played this game yet, and I'm fucking smashing. I'm beating people online.
Welcome, friend.
Dude.
How are you, Cuts?
Hey,
So,
what's up, brother?
I do need to air out a conflict of interest with the scheduling of the men's circles. I think we might have to move it to Thursday nights.
That'll be fine with me.
Okay. Just because the actual men's circle that I do was on Sundays, but now they're like, you know what? We want to do it the same night as the girls. So they're going to do girls circle first, women's circle, and then they're going to do a men's circle afterwards on Wednesday nights. So I need to be available for that. So I'm missing this week's, and I told him, I was like, oh, well, I'm not switching up the times table on my men's circle yet. But
Right.
next week we will be on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm down. I'd rather do it on Thursday anyway. There's other reasons, but
Good.
Yeah, it's probably the best night. It's probably the best night,
Right.
if not the best.
All right.
All right.
All right, my friends. All right.
I'm gonna text a friend.
You're gonna text a friend.
And
You've already used up that lifeline.
too bad. Get over it. You're an adult with a smartphone. You gotta get over it. Yeah. So I think. Do you want to do like the circle first itself, or do you want to do the topic and then the circle itself?
Do I want to do the Hobbit?
Yeah, the Hobbit. Do you want to do the Hobbit? No. Do you want to do the circle first? Like,
Well, I mean, or what was the other? Am I tripping? Do I want to do the circle first or what? Or what, sir?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Now I can. I'm missing
Hello?
the second part. Greg. Badger. I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, we
Oh.
can.
I went into my car and the stupid Wi-Fi in the car came on. And
Painful.
turn it off.
Painful.
Give me a second. Give me 1 second here. No. Do you want to do the topic and then do like more of the circle thing, or do you want to do the circle and then the topic? I mean, I'm thinking topic, but it's up to you. I don't care.
Did you have another topic outside of what we were already doing inside the men's circle?
I was just like generally want to talk about wellness and health. At a little bit more advanced level than what we've done.
Yeah. You can do that. Why don't we start by having
You
a
wanna
health
start
and
with
wellness talk? And then when people come in, we'll start the men's circle and we'll start asking people how they are. And then we'll ask people about some self-care questions, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I can let you start, or I guess I can lead it off. It's up to you. I'd rather
Welcome,
you start
Space
because I just got home. So,
You'd rather
if you want, huh?
You'd rather
I don't see
start.
the comment.
Space Troll just said
man.
hi.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to write
actually,
a note next time because every time we talk about it, Greg, you take a left hook and it's like I don't understand. Like I don't have anything prepared. You can't just put me on the spot like that.
Oh, I thought we
You
talked
want me
about
to
earlier. We were going to talk about some wellness stuff.
What
And you said, yeah, sure.
my questions are for the men's circle. They are the men's circle. That's how I'm leading men's circle tonight.
Oh, you're answering comments. Hold on. I got to read comments. Okay. All right. So wellness. Just give me a minute here because I just got home. Just walked the dog. I'm just trying to like decompress from the whole day here. So
It's all right.
if you want to start it off, dude, with what you consider wellness, that would be great. I'll interject. By then, I should be kind of chilling. Like you said, let's just talk about wellness when people come in. We'll move more into the circle stuff.
I don't do well with script changes, Greg.
Dude, we talked about it earlier. I just don't understand. Like, we were on the phone hours ago
Talking about my men's circle questions, which were questions for the men's, like,
Then ask those. Just do those, and I'll do what I want. Or I was going to do. Just
No, I
ask the
can't.
question.
I can't do them because they're a group activity. They're not a one-man show. I can't just
Well,
do
if
them.
it's, I'll do them with you. I got some groceries. I got to put these away. Ugh. That's why I was saying like Thursdays probably would be better.
Me sometimes. Okay. Oh, we're not doing another topic. We're just doing the men's circle tonight. Okay. We don't have time for anything else because it takes 2 hours to get through one of these. Okay. So the wellness part is part of the men's circle. Stop trying to separate it, and we just need to just run it because it's breaking it up isn't going to work. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Just go ask your questions.
All right, we need to do check-ins first. We need to do an energy reset. I guess I will check in first. I'm doing pretty well this week. What can I say for myself? I have been working my regular hours, but then going back after work and working at my new home and putting in hours there every night for the last 3 nights. And it's really gratifying. I'm feeling a lot of personal fulfillment. I'm feeling ancestrally connected in that I'm building a home that is connecting me with the earth in a way that is somewhat modern, but also paying homage to all of our ancient ancestors. Yeah, this week's been really good, just kind of disappearing into the work. It's really purifying for some of the emotional things I've gone through with the turn of the new year. And I feel like I'm really coming around some major transformations in my life. So that's all good stuff. How are you doing, Badger? Actually, if anybody else would like to do a check-in this week, Space Troll, would you like to tell us how you are this week? How you're doing emotionally? How you've been dealing with things and how you feel about things? Doing pretty good. It's been a trippy New Year's. Yeah. Was it just trippy on New Year's Eve, or it's been the whole year?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Anita's little
what
Christmas
are-
magic.
What are things that you do, Brian,
Hey,
keep you, focused through the week? Like, what are techniques that you do? Like, when there's, there's always forces of nature coming against you. Maybe not like, not personally against you, but just, in general, there's always a force or some kind of barrier throughout the day that just makes things, it kind of can become like a pain in the ass. What are techniques that you use personally to, like, I guess, mentally, spiritually, physically get you not only throughout the day, but to reach your goal. Fuck that sucks. Did you hear me?
I'll be right back.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry, guys, I'm not reading the chat. I'm just trying to get some dinner ready. Trying to figure out how I'm going to cook because
Okay.
I'm all out of propane.
I will answer your question, but I just want to acknowledge that I asked you a question, and then you just like ignored it.
Yeah, I'm going to answer it too. I just
And then
it's just
started a new
I'm
topic.
doing shit right now.
So I'm just gonna say I'd prefer just to like really lead the directions, you know, like it's a lot. Like I had a whole plan with you, and then you came in and changed it, and honestly, like I can't handle curveballs with you. Like we have a format.
It's not that big. It's not that big of a
We have
curveball.
Just stick to
It's
the
not that
format.
big a curveball.
Just answer the question that I gave you. How are you? What have you been dealing with emotionally this week? It's the same thing every week.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just like, I just wanted you to answer that to give me a little bit more time because I'm almost done doing what I'm doing.
Okay. When you can be present, you should come in. When you can be present, you should participate. But I know I'm doing it alone then, but I'll still be able to handle it. Okay?
All right, for my week, I had to make a big life change. You know, I had to give up something that I really was passionate about, but you know, there's forces of nature in this world that want to kill your passion, unfortunately. And that's kind of why I wanted to ask that question. What are techniques that you might use for when people try to hurt your passion or try to get in the way of your achievements or goals? Emotionally, you know, a lot better than I have been. Yesterday was kind of a train wreck of a day. Like nothing just seemed to go my way no matter what I tried to do. I'm kind of used to that at this point. You know, I didn't let that tear me down to the point where like I'm gonna cry or give up or anything. Sometimes you just get those days where nothing seems to just go your way. You know, life isn't like Burger King. You can't have it your way. Not all the time. Sometimes you're just gonna have to go through the roadblocks. And you know, yesterday I had a big roadblock. I ended up running out of gas in the middle of the road. Luckily, I ran out of gas right in front of a gas station. The little money I had left was to buy a gas can. They didn't take the return on it, which sucked. It was like $20. And so financially, just kind of in a struggle. It's kind of my fault anyway, because I kind of like overly spent money on New Year's Eve, but you know, I wanted to have a good time. I haven't done anything for New Year's Eve in 4 years, so this was the first New Year's Eve I've done anything that was remotely fun or entertaining in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice.
Hey, Space Troll.
So
Hey, Space Troll. If you want to know about that, then you should go and ask him yourself as a friend. Okay, because we're just not talking about it. But
what? Let me look at the comment.
He asked a question that you understand.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk about that right now. In due time, all secrets will be revealed.
Yeah, reach
But
out.
that-
Reach out in your personal time.
Right. Yeah, that channel doesn't have any affiliation with this anymore. So, what was I talking about? Yeah. So yeah, that's been my week. I guess my weekly goal will be my weekly goal is to obtain full time at work. Get my pay raise, get my bonus, and stack up money. Start stacking money starting this week or next week. That's my weekly goal. My monthly goal is pretty much the same thing. I'll work out 5-6 days a week. You know, read. I want to read 3 times a week. Whatever I have in here, just reread stuff. I want to start animating. Once I go into full time, I can afford an animation course I've been wanting to do. And yeah, that's about it, Brian. When it comes to this, that, and the other, you know, until we get more into the specific part of the program here.
Well, thank you for giving all of your honest answers. Is Cuts One available? Hey, welcome everybody who's in the comments. If you want to join the stream, I can repost the link right now, and we'll get you in the box with us. Essentially, if you've never used StreamYard, it's super simple. Just follow the link, and you can come in the box. You can participate in the men's circle. You can participate in all the men's circles that we can fit you in. And ideally, we are trying to get people that come and hang out in the box, and even Badger here. I'm going to encourage, the most intimate settings with everybody. We should talk face to face, if possible, and we should be trying to have that emotional connection. Even if you can't look each other in the eyes, it does say a lot, because you're able to read somebody's face so much more, and you're able to engage. And one of the common men's circle practices that we do is eye gazing, and it's a little hard to do eye gazing. Your camera is not your screen, and you're in situations with digital worlds and such. But we do what we can, right? So this week I wanted to put out a little bit of a challenge on just doing almost like when you were a kid and you were rehearsing for something and you were talking into a mirror for practice. Do that same thing, but have a conversation with yourself and tell yourself all the positive affirmations that you can. Tell yourself that you love you, and then really tell yourself anything that you feel like you've been putting off that you need to get done. and tell yourself you can do it. It's a little self-parenting.
A good way, something I learned in school on that to kind of, I guess. I mean, as a former personal trainer and health coach, you know, you got the number one person that can keep yourself accountable is you. But try to look for extrinsic and intrinsic motivators. If you don't know what that is, intrinsic is a motivation from within, and extrinsic is motivation outside. So the extrinsic would be more like, you know, your friends and family, support systems. Write those people down. Write it down. You know, Badger, Brian, Cuts, whoever. These are my support system friends. These are my support. Hey, write that down. And then write down the person who's your best emotional support person that you can talk to at any level and that they understand. Next, write down the things that you like to do when you feel certain ways. Let's say if you're feeling upset.
Welcome. Who is this joining the stream tonight?
I think that's Space Troll. He always has like the monkey name.
Monkey. Hello? Is this Rome? I did invite my friend Rome, who likes to troll in the dark quite a bit.
Oh, he's trolling us?
I don't know. We'll see. Or there's a connection issue.
Or maybe he doesn't know how to use the audio or anything like that.
Device. Oh, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Yeah, so write those things down. They're like, you can call them affirmations. You can call them whatever the fuck you want to call them. Shit. Sorry, my power just tripped in my house. I gotta fucking fix it. I forgot I can't have two heating sources going at once. 1 second, I can't see nothing.
Hello, streamer. Are you there?
Hello, Black Box.
Monkey sucker.
All right, I'm back at it. I had to turn off my space heaters. Yeah, so that's just kind of what I do. I like to write down those kind of things. I want to know who I can rely on, who to talk to. Huh?
I don't know what's going on with this
Hello, individual.
individual.
Monkey guy.
Hello. I bet. First, long time listener, first time caller. You're on the line.
Tell us how you're doing this week.
Okay.
Can you type in the chat?
I'm sorry for breaking up the pace.
I mean, maybe it's the first time this person's used the streamer or something. I don't know. Ow! Fuck! It's got the finger. Ow! But yeah, I guess that brings me to what I asked earlier. Like, Brian, what are techniques that you use throughout the day or week that help keep you in a better mindset? What motivates you? Like, what are techniques that you can share with people?
Well, okay, so I have actually found other people that have similar things, but what I develop myself was a system of working on channeling your individual vibrations within your own person. And essentially, you are a multiplicity of vibrations. And that's from teacher to healer to warrior, destroyer, like the primordial energies of the universe, so to speak, the archetypes for who we are, right? These embodiments. And during my meditations, I started to focus myself really hard and bring myself into the energy of whatever I need to channel. And I am actually, I can feel my consciousness changing its form in like a fluid way. And it's like I embody this primordial energy, and I have learned to be able to shift between many of them, like between healer, teacher, your father energy, right? And it allows me to have great control when I don't have an energy that I want to step into, but it's kind of leaking out from something. So by all means, like, there are reasons for warrior energy, but like, you don't need to bring that out very often. So if you're wanting to channel other things in your life, I highly suggest focusing on the I am meditations through the different positive embodiments that you identify with in your life. And it'll greatly amplify those attributes, and it'll allow you to step into those specific vibrations instead of other vibrations inside yourself, inside the multiplicity of yourself, that might not be the ones we really want to bring out, right? You're a portal that can bring out many things. And if you don't realize this, then things come out unexpectedly sometimes, and people don't have any controlling mechanism over their self, right?
Yeah, those are good points.
The truth is that you are not your emotions, except for one exception, because there's one emotion that's not like any of the other emotions. It's kind of its own thing. It's a state of being. That's love. Love is a state of being. All of the other emotions are not us. They're just vibrations. Love is the truth.
So how I feel about what you said is, I think you're right in that where you feel there's so many different types of vibrations, it would take forever to go through them all in a string. But I feel like as a man, and soon to be a father, there's this like there's an amplitude of understanding the way that you move in this world, and that you need to constantly be learning and accept the learning from not only what you're learning on your own, but from others who are in the same process and maybe even ahead of the learning curve, and then listening to those people at more of a spiritual level. And to, I think, I think the diet of, I hate using that word diet, but I should use the word, the nutrition level of people in this country specifically is, oh, someone's coming in. Is it, who is this?
Space Troll.
Space Troll.
I saw his face drinking coffee for a second.
Are you like alive, dude? I think he's just gonna hang out. Yeah. So, hey, no crying, Odin. Sorry, guys. You got pet. You just had some steak. You good. All right, Brian, help me. Hey, what's up, Space Troll? Can you hear us? Is he like frozen, Brian?
Yeah, he is frozen.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
So yeah, I think the nutrition level of this nation, specifically, I'm going to say on an average level, I'm not, categorizing every single individual. I'm just going on an average scale of Americans. That due to lack of nutrition, nutritional value has spiritual properties. And when you eat at a spiritual level and you move throughout your day spiritually and you exercise or do fitness or whatever you do for physical wellness in a spiritual way, it's going to amplify your hearing in the vibrations of things, in the frequencies, with not only yourself, but with other people. And when you have a poor nutrition program and a poor exercise regimen, you do lack things because you have these things called ventricles in your brain, which help move the nutrients that you digest into your brain. And if you're doing things like hardcore drugs like heroin, it blocks those ventricles from receiving nutrients. So you can be the healthiest person on the planet, but whatever that may be defined as. I mean, there's people that say being a vegan is the healthiest. By experience, I would definitely disagree depending on what you do for, where you want to be physically, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I think this limiting yourself in general with nutrition, just saying, I'm just going to eat plants, is limiting your or just meat. It limits the nutrition in your not only your brain but your spirit, because there's nutrients in meat that really enhance different properties in your body compared to plant-based foods, and proteins are the most important thing when it comes to the macros. But the nutrition is so important for people to get on that spiritual level that Brian's talking about, because if your diet or your nutrition program that you're doing, or if you're not even on a program, you're just eating free will, and it's just potato chips and hot dogs and mac and cheese every day, you're not going to be at a higher vibrational frequency.
Okay. I'm fairly certain that we're off the beaten trail right now. Try to understand that while this is a valid lesson, that this really isn't the space for it. We're not here to lecture people about their diets. It's not the space for it. This is about making more space for each other. Okay. I highly suggest you remember that this is about emotional support and about making.
You need to have a better.
About
You need to be
we're
educated
we're
on.
not teaching on here like that. We're not teaching diet. That's not what men's circle's about. Like,
I need to understand this definition of what a men's circle is. So there's only one definition?
I really think that you should pay attention to the difference.
No, I want to say what I want to say on here.
When I wanted to talk to you earlier. Okay, hold on. The whole point of what's going on right now is healing in an emotional support group way. Okay, and when I was talking to you earlier, my whole thing is that we were going to ask questions about everyone's own perception. I see. This is the thing. It's an interaction thing. You have to go around in a circle. This isn't a lecture. We're not here to lecture people. So that's why I'm truly going to lead these men's circles. And it's not a matter of we're going to lecture you on how to live your lives. I'm sorry that just happened. It's about making more space. It's about having a place to come out and be open. And no, diet lecturing about diet is not part of it. It is something that we will do on the One Earth and Heart channel, but I don't want to confuse the two, because talking that in depth about diet is not the same as what I wanted to bring into Men's Circle, which is about your own self-care. Talking about self-care on a personal level is different than lecturing about diet. And I'm going to teach you about that right now. If we were going around the men's circle, each person would be asked, what do you do for self-care during the week when you don't feel like you have the energy for it? You know? And some people might say, I don't do any self-care when I don't have the energy for it or the space for it. And then we could get into some really deep things about that. But this is about everyone's personal perception. It's a group activity going around in a circle, checking in with people, and then reflecting off of each other. This isn't a lecture hall. I'm sorry it came off that way. It's really not what it's for. And I'm trying to teach someone kind of the direction to go in men's circles, but sometimes we get a little sidetracked, and that's okay. I have a lot of room for that too. And in just a little bit, my friend's going to come back in. But, you know, it really comes down to, I'm not here to tell you specifically how to take care of yourself. You're an adult. You know enough to know some self-care. And when we're talking about emotional support, hey, how are you doing, Monkey Fighter?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
Just chill, just relaxing, sitting back.
Cool. It's all about having space and emotional connection here. Like,
yeah.
This is a place, and we're not here to lecture about the right or wrong way to live life, because that is not where I'm going in these men's circles.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know what you're saying.
Like, that's where even ideology wise, like, please, we discourage drinking in our men's circles, but please, smoking weed is fine. If you need a cigarette, feel free. We're not here to judge you on the things that make sense to be free about.
Yeah, I hear you. Likewise. I don't care about people's vices, you know? Like, why should I care?
Yeah.
Unless like someone's really obese and they're becoming unhealthy, then I'll judge them. But
Well, and truly, like, I'm not even 100% like, if somebody drinks, like, I don't have no problem about it, but I'm not going to do certain things with them in that situation. And that is one rule for like serious emotional connection. Yeah, it's kind of necessary to have that barrier. Alcohol does a lot of funny things with our emotions, right?
Yeah.
We could have two sides of things. We could have vicious, or we could have, oh, love you guys so much. And that feels sweet, I guess, but then like the spin-off is much not needed. Okay, so Monkey Fighter. You there? Okay. Badger is back.
Yeah, you texted me and asked me to come back. What's up?
Okay, so I just brought us around, and like that's where I'm trying to say, like, part of the One Earth and Heart channel is going to be about health and wellness, but we have no space for it in the men's circles because we have to have space for everything else here. This is an emotional support group. Okay.
Well, right now there's no one in here, so
I know it's about having a firm direction and like.
But this is how I feel, Brian. Sometimes this is what you do. When you have control, you define it and make it into it's on a tablet and written in stone. And to me, I think men's circles can be about what all the men want to talk about, what's on their mind, and how they feel. And if I think nutrition is an important topic for men to understand, I'm going to talk about nutrition for the men to understand and why that's important to them in their health of their mental and emotional health. Does that make sense?
I think that's part of the check-in when we're talking about doing self-care. That's part of that conversation, right? However, doing an in-depth teaching of nutrition in any way, shape, or form is outside of the circle. That's how I would say it, because this isn't actually about that. This is about how are we doing inside of our hearts, because you know what the problem is out here? Not a lot of men have people to talk to. How we doing tonight?
I agree.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh, I'm in here now. Nice. Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
We're back.
I can hear Space finally.
Bad?
We're back.
I can finally hear Space still.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
He's back. He's back like a backpack.
How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing good as much as so possible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cooking some dinner right now.
People might get it twisted about me if they looked at my videos. They'd be like, this guy's crazy. But I'm actually doing really good. I'm not even upset or tripping. I'm just working. I'm just chilling. I'm actually doing pretty damn good. I'm stoked. I was able to actually help out a buddy of mine and hold him down, and fucking it's like kind of a mutual beneficial thing, like financially, and then for him, so he can buy himself some time to figure his shit out. So it's kind of cool to like finally be able to just, I don't know, do something beyond myself, I guess.
Yeah.
What's one thing you've done in the last week, Cuts, that you feel empowered? or feel good
in the
about
last week.
positive
Maybe what I
activity.
did yesterday, just getting the bills paid, like driving out and dropping off a big old check in the mail and getting the downs down. I was like, it's kind of like feels good. I mean, I'm just doing everything I need to do, and I did it. And I almost got sketched out and almost couldn't do it, and almost started freaking out. But it all, I know stuff always works out.
Stuff always does work out. I mean,
Hey, that's a
It
good
does.
thing, Cuz.
kind of.
Yeah, there's some days.
And you know what,
There's some
though?
days.
Here's the thing. Things are only good for fleeting moments. So you have to consistently make good moments, otherwise things won't be good. Because like being static literally means that things are just gonna fall apart, you know? The only way to really like be in like good vibrations consistently is to consistently be making good.
Yeah, true, Brian.
Well, outside.
Because everything falls apart relatively quickly.
Yeah, and falls into place too. Sometimes.
That's just my philosophy that will really shake your core.
So, space troll.
Yeah, I agree with you.
On what Brian just said, what are positive things that you do to prevent those, I guess, to prevent the barriers from coming into your life? What are things that you do to kind of be on more of a positive track?
Well,
Space troll?
go ahead.
Well, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, Badger.
Brian, did you heard me, right?
I heard you. What
Oh,
are the
can you
things
just-
that I do to help overcome obstacles during my week? And I had already said the I am meditation, which is really helpful to me. But
Well, he can't hear me. I'm wondering if you can tell him what I said to him or ask him.
Monkey Fighter, can you hear Honey Badger?
Yeah, a little bit. I just do things day by day. You know, like if I'm stressed, I smoke a joint or a cigarette, and I think about things, and you know, I take a step back. You know, just think, spend some time in my thoughts. You know, like smoking a cigarette, thinking, smoking weed. You know.
What are the feelings that you get when you smoke weed or a cigarette during those moments?
Just pretty spacey.
Space troll?
What's that?
Do you feel like a space troll?
Yeah, I feel like a space troll.
Is that
right,
you,
so-
Space Troll?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah,
But I mean, you know, I just take like 5 minutes, and you know, I just think about stuff. You know, whether it's like coffee or, you know, I smoke a cigarette, and I just go over things in my head. That's how I deal with stuff.
Okay. Cuts? But how do you...
How do I deal with stuff? I just chop shit straight to fucking half. I mean, my name's Cuts. I like to cut if there's some kind of thing, and it's some kind of, I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm a joker. I make light of stuff. I just will joke about it. I don't know.
So humor, comedy,
If
that's
it's like
more,
something that is like according, like that needs that type of, I don't know. I guess I get really upset and stuff too, but
what do you do?
you gotta try to deal with it.
I guess. You know,
I
sometimes.
might have gotten really upset before. Once in a while.
Right.
Once in a while.
I don't know. I just try to let it out.
Once in a while, I might have punched a cop. I don't know.
Yeah,
remember these things.
I'm actually really nice to them. I like salute them and everything, and I'm like, yes, sir, thank you, thank. Even if they write me a ticket, I'll be like, thank you, sir. I really appreciate this, your service, and just please let me on my way.
Just let me go. Stop keeping me hostage.
Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess
For
you
you.
can go about the First Amendment auditing route. Sometimes that could work out in your favor, but man, I've done that many times and that does not work out in your favor.
We tend to stray all over, and if things are organically evolve into certain conversations, like it's very cool and it happens. We should be trying to get as much of our questions kind of knocked out by individual members, and then we can really see if we're growing each week.
Right. I think what I think Brian is trying to say is, I just think the way that we all think, we're very spacey people in general, and we have a lot of stuff that comes out in our minds. And I think as we continue on with the men's circles and we get other people on here, it'll eventually, I think, level out to something more productive than just 3 to 5 people. When we have like 8 to 10 people on here, it'll flow a lot better, I feel like, because then you have multiple people giving multiple examples, and for people who don't understand the examples that Brian and I have explained, maybe other people's reflections will adhere to the audience and they will understand the circle a little bit more in depth, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
This is just, it's a work in progress, because Brian and I kind of have a different viewpoint on the men's circle, I feel like, and I think eventually we'll figure it out. But he does his own, but I have my own vision on it. And I'm more or less a person. We need to post our questions on the banner from now on.
It'll keep us.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing,
yeah, I think that's how we'll do them from now on. I'll have them pre-lined up. I can create the banners beforehand.
So what I gotta do is actually make like a Twitter and other shit. If I get time tomorrow, if not, I can probably get the time on Friday to get all that part done, so we can promote it more and get other people to come on.
We can do a different night to do a nutrition hour. I know you were really excited about that, and I'm sorry if I kind of crushed on you for a second, but like I'm trying to give it like this the direction it needs to be. People have experienced other men's circles out there, and there is kind of it's about emotional support. It's about really getting men to open up. It's more more about chakra work than it is about lessons.
So this is important. What you're saying does fall in that category, and the reason how I know that is due to experience. Experience-wise, it's usually emotional for men to understand what they're putting in their body, and that is going to influx their chakras. It's going to help their shadow work. It's going to help their confidence. It's going to help their self-esteem, their mental and emotional and physical wellness. So I think there needs to be an educational factor, a little bit of it, to me, because there's a lot of people who don't understand this stuff. And, I have a ton of knowledge on it, and I know and there's a lot of other people that do too. And if we understand our wellness it will help emotionally, and it will help other men that come on here to express themselves because they're going to have more confidence. Confidence is key, I feel like, in a man. I mean, I don't know if many of you disagree or agree. Space Troll,
What did you say?
do you agree that confidence is important on being a man?
Yeah, I agree, but you have to be truthful to yourself too, because like women could, they can take notice of that too.
Right.
Like they have like a greater intuition than men do. So like if you're acting fake, like women know, like could tell more than men could.
I can agree on that. Brian, what do you think?
Well, I mean, confidence is important just in life. Yeah, I don't know. It's an easy question. Can't really do much without some confidence.
Oh yeah, that's true. What do you guys do to help your confidence? What are things that you do in your life that make you help your self-esteem? With your emotional support, like what are techniques and things that you do for increasing confidence levels? Like, do you work out, or do you read? Try to get a promotion at work, or things that
Badger, like I stopped caring what other people think, to be honest. Like I do have class, like in a way that that's respectful in class. There's a time for everything, and I do have class sometimes, but at the same time I don't care what other people. Hold on.
Sorry, no, I just like burnt myself on my day. Sorry.
Hello.
Justin, this is Joanne.
Oh, hi, Joanne.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Huh?
Space Troll, you good? What are the hardest self-care tasks to complete when you are feeling depleted, and how do you deal with that? You want me to go first, Brian, or on that?
Yeah. Go
All
ahead.
right, let me take a bite of this food and I'll do it. Sometimes for me, it's hard for me to wake up. Like, I wake up, but it's like, there's some days where I'm just like, fuck. And it's a mental gymnastics game throughout the day just to get through the day. And even if I'm eating right and I'm doing the daily things that I normally do, when you're feeling that way, the best thing to do, I guess, in my opinion, is, think about what you want. And even though you're feeling like, man, today's is not the day, you just got to do it. And then you get some stuff done. You might not have gotten everything done you want to that day, but pat yourself on the back. Hey, I got 5, 6, 7 things done. I wanted to get 10. I know what you got done. Even though you woke up and you didn't want to get one thing done. So when I feel depleted, and how I deal with it is, I just go for it. I just set my goal, and I'm like, I gotta have a goal when I wake up in the morning. If I don't have a goal set, it's gonna drag me longer. But that's just how I am. Cuts. He might be busy at work.
Cuts.
Fine.
I'm a little bit busy. I'm catching you guys in between the people. What was the question? Was like, what was it again? I'm
It's right
sorry.
there on the screen.
Okay, the hardest self-esteem deleted, and how do you deal with that? I'm like the worst person to ask this. My answer is probably not very.
No,
I don't
What
know.
would you do?
these are really good questions.
The hardest self-care choice.
You're breaking up really bad. It must be the building.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Here, let me try to explain.
Okay, so I'll go first. Okay, so when I am in a depression, the first major thing that goes for me is actually like it's my eating. Like I actually lose desire for food, and it's really bad. Like I just don't need food when I'm not feeling well. When I'm
That's
feeling
true,
sad.
guys.
Like, and I've hurt myself doing it. Like I've never cut myself or anything, but like I mean I've hurt myself from like weight loss from basically depression. And that's crazy, right? Like I mean that I wouldn't call myself ever like anorexically thin, but like almost close. Like there's been points, where I just had to like really buckle down and focus on building up just to recover. So yeah, like for me, like my number one self-care thing that I lack at times is making myself a proper set of meals when I'm feeling depressed. I'll make them for anybody else, but I lose the motivation for myself.
Does that still happen even to this day?
Sometimes. It comes in batches, but like I kind of push it off by just like getting myself around other people, and if I'm taking care of other people, I'm usually cooking food for them, so it balances.
So, are you saying that when you're feeling that certain...
I'm saying that another deep part of me that I've been healing is I have often in my life been someone who loved everyone else more than themselves. And now I am happy to say that I feel like I love myself equally as much as everyone else. Because I love the universe.
Woo! Get Brian. That's true, guys. Because he'll come into my apartment and start cooking me egg drop ramen all the time, and he wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, like not taking care of my and like for me, like it's weird being naturally like drawn to helping people, but like having been like lacking a basic self-care in some ways. But like that's kind of an intimate thing. Like sometimes I just have problems with it, and I've gotten better over time, and now I feel like I don't struggle as much because I really do like myself.
I feel like a lot of empaths get this problem because I've seen it. What? Someone trying to talk?
Cuts one.
Is it cut?
So, can you guys even hear me? Sorry.
It's a little choppy, but yeah.
Self-care front rolling when you only have a small 1 minute window in the break. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make you guys laugh.
It's hard just to hear you because it's like really choppy.
Yeah, I could kind of hear you, but then it like did chop up.
I was being a little quiet because there was actually people in the room.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're just checking out some customers. That's okay. Yeah, I've noticed with empath people, they do that to themselves. And I'll do it too. I don't do it with food. Maybe once in a while I'll cook something, but like I usually just help, like try to help people who more or less other, I guess, wellness type of implications rather than just eating or making people feel satisfied with food, which is a big thing that people do. Like food is a satisfying delight, and and you could bring something like that to any event or whatever. But self-care is about self-reflecting on what you're doing throughout the day. What are your goals? What are things that are keeping your self-efficacy in place, and how are you implementing that? And then what are your emotional support systems? And AKA, this would be one emotional support system that the men and women could come in and have it something for emotional support system, because emotional support systems are very, very, very important. And that's something I've lacked in my life, having an emotional support system, which makes things harder in your day. If you don't have that emotional support, it's an extra mile. It's an extra marathon, whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy, to get through whatever you're going through.
That's right.
So, when you have like a men's circle, you come on here, say what you will, appropriately. And hold on, the dog is being a dog right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I
You can't chew on that.
Like, I really do feel like what you just said is the exact key. Like, that's what this is for. It's because sometimes some of us might be like literally out of ideas on just like where we go with our emotions, who we can talk to anymore. Like, the world doesn't have a lot of space for these conversations, and like I've been very lucky to have somebody like Badger here, like just walk into my life and try to open me up, and like I feel like I've been able to like return the favor in his life some, and like it's been a very good friendship, but we need to have emotional support no matter what, no matter where we are, and that's the whole point of this channel. I really believe that we lack in tribe, and that we're trying to fill that just a tiny percent in your week. Welcome back, Monkey Fighter.
Oh, Space Troll, you're back? Maybe he's having audio problems again. And then, what are emotional support things that you guys implement in your day? You know, a dog or a pet. A lot of people do. That's an emotional support thing. A lot of people do. You know, are you exercising? Are you goal orientated? And then if you're feeling like you just can't keep up with that and you don't have that emotional support system, boom, here it is. Right here, guys. This is a way where we can start keeping each other accountable. So, like at the end of the show, like, you know, we do our meditation and what we're going to do positively for ourselves for the next show. Have we accomplished that goal or not? What were barriers? And then maybe we can talk about, okay, like maybe, you know, have you tried this to get around the barrier? That way we can support each other. Who's talking?
It was me. But I think it's the next one.
Sounds like someone's chewing gum and talking. Who is it?
Maybe they put masking tape on his mouth.
Are you guys saying?
Yes, I hear both of you. But you sound
I guess
underwater.
I guess that can be the next question, Brian. What are things that you do? I just don't word for word fix it up for me. What are things that you're doing or that maybe you want help in to achieve a weekly goal? Like, what are barriers? What are your barriers that you're facing right now in achieving a goal? I don't know if that's a better question. What do you think, Brian? Is that a pretty appropriate question?
What was our topic for the night?
Self-care.
Does
So
this,
what are barriers
does
that
this-
you're going through?
does this question fulfill self-care? What? I don't know, Greg. Ask yourself.
I do think so, because if you're going through barriers that are blocking you to do certain self-care, maybe there's things that we can help. Maybe you have advice for me, or I have advice for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense now?
I wouldn't label it as self-care, but yes. I understand what English you are saying.
Brian, I guess do you have a barrier in your conquest of self-improvement, self-efficacy?
Yeah. A barrier in my self-improvement. Well, that's completely changing.
And what would that be?
Changing the question. A barrier in my self-improvement. Oh, jeez.
Is it too private or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have any barriers right now?
Like,
I mean, if you don't, that's great. I guess my barrier well, it can be part of self-care too with this, because my financial support system is not very good. And obviously, you know, a better padded pocket usually means that you can afford higher quality things for self care. Like
Did you ever answer? Did you ever answer the question? What tasks you feel you feel like you have trouble completing?
yeah, I was the first one to do that one.
And you said
I said that sometimes it's hard for like days where I feel like I don't even want to get up in the morning.
mm-hmm.
I just have to tell myself if I can just get a couple of goals done during the day. I just have to set at least one goal now. Get me up. That's just how I get up when I feel self depleted.
So would you say that that's your self-care obstacle?
Yeah, your mental gymnastics on what you're going through in life would be, and then that's kind of what I was just talking about before too. Like financially, if I had a bigger financial improvement, it would make my self care and my self improvement a lot higher. My quality of life, I guess you can say, would be overall better. I know that could probably go for anybody, but that's my barrier, and that's one of the biggest things that makes it hard for me to get up even in the morning. Is like having everything in your mind where it's like I have tons of debt and I'm broke and how am I going to be able to get to work today? I mean, these are things that hurt my self care when I think about them.
Right.
But I just do it. I just figure it out. Now that Space Troll's back, maybe he's able to answer the question.
Space Troll? We can hear you.
Yeah, what's up?
The question on the banner. What is your hardest self-care task to complete when you are feeling depleted? How do you deal with that?
Bad. Go outside. Hold on, guys.
I would say cleaning my apartment. But I mean, what else can you do other than just deal with it? You have to do it eventually, or else it's gonna pile up.
Yeah. Totally. That's a big one for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a huge one for a lot of people. I identify with that.
Me too.
It's okay. I have space for that.
But you feel pretty good when you do
It's
it.
messy.
Well, I appreciate the honest answer because, there's really, I mean, a lot of self-care that we feel shame about, and we shouldn't in the men's circle. We should be able to express ourselves, and this is a free space, and I appreciate you a lot for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I'm really messy, a lot. So I really identify with that, and I appreciate you for that. So do you ever have a day where you just you stepped on that McDonald's bag and that's fucking it? Today I gotta clean my apartment type of shit.
Yeah.
You try to lay down and there's just too many cans on the bed.
Yeah.
All the beer cans.
I'm just kidding. I mean, yes, I am kidding, but seriously, I've been there too. That's not uncommon, and really, if you're not having company, I feel very whatever about it in my own personal bleh, But if you do start doing it on like a regular basis, you will notice an improvement in your own self-esteem, and you'll notice an improvement in your own ability to have capacity for yourself in general, because that is an extension of you. When you see your domain as an extension of yourself, then you'll really be acting with proper self-care.
Yeah, I agree with that. Keeping
It's kind of philosophical in a way, you know, with everything that's going on in the world too.
Well, a chaotic environment will make for a chaotic mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really
Explains a
hard.
lot.
It's really hard to think in a cluttered space. Like if you are in a cluttered space, I bet you do your best thinking like either like in your shower or like in a really closed space like that, or you do your best thinking when you completely leave your apartment.
Yeah, true. When you get some air outside,
Yeah.
like that's when your thoughts come back.
Yeah, I honestly think that it's a hard self-care lesson to understand, because as kids, like, we're not given the tools to understand that, like, these things that are marketed to us, like when you have too many of them, your brain's not capable of handling like 100 objects all in one room, you know, like that's so.
But you can train your brain to handle all that information. You know, you just have to
If you look at the data about hoarders,
disconnect from it, but kind of like just take it all in, but kind of like be objective to it, but just like take it all in.
But if you look at the data about hoarders, what it really comes down to is a capacity for numeration. And like basically our brains are only meant to hold on to like maybe 2,000 total items and where they should be able to go very easily. And after you stretch that point, really funny things start happening.
Dude, I can't keep track of 20 things. If I put them in a neatly organized area,
Well,
I fucking lose them.
No, you're saying that, but then it's like you have to remember that like all of us have more data stored in our heads than like any other generation before us.
Oh yeah, like I said, you can actually like absorb everything, but sometimes like don't take the information as something personal, but just be objective towards it, but just take it in. That's how I deal with like an overload of information. I just see it as data. I don't personalize it.
That's a good way of looking at it.
You are data.
That's all we are is data, really.
We're all just
no, we're not data. We're a lot more than data. We're the opposite of data. We're like we can shape into anything. You know, we're like the opposite of data. We're not binary. We're the opposite of binary.
Remember that nothing's real.
You're really just
I'm
a bunch of
non-binary coaster.
human experience, guys.
Yeah, well, we're like, gosh, like the spirit mold into anything, you know.
Come on, Owen. Inside. Oh, shithead.
That's why I don't like we're not numbers, you know, like we're not robots, you know what I'm saying? That's what I hate about that community, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like life isn't ones and zeros, you know.
That's true.
We have a data breach, ladies and gentlemen. We have documents. Are we data? I like doing my little Alex Jones voice. We do voices sometimes, me and Brian, and our other friend Novelty, who hasn't been with us for the last few weeks, but he's But anyway, you got any other questions, Brian, for the group here?
Oh, let's move
Get out
to. Somebody gonna say something?
No, that I was talking to Odin. He's being a little shithead right now.
Okay.
Keep going, dude. You're good.
I guess I want to know things that you really want to do to improve your self-care, and like what you think you can do to have more room for self-care days, just self-care time in general. Whether that be, a vacation or whatever it may be. Okay. So,
Sure, you want me to start it off?
I want your goal to actually be like something that you can achieve within a week.
Yeah, a good weekly goal. The more weekly goals you get done, this has been proven. Not only higher self-esteem you'll have, but the more what's the right word for it? When you achieve weekly goals, you're just going to be, I guess, have better adherence to accomplishing larger goals, like a monthly goal, 3-month goal, a yearly goal, a 5-year goal, those types of things. But you gotta write down those big goals and then do the little goals that will eventually get you to the bigger goal. Is really how that works. So I guess I'll start where my weekly goal is to get into my old routine that I used to have, where I'd do a 2-hour workout, I'd run with the dog, I'd prep my meals, I'll clean a little bit and go to work. Come back, do another maybe 30-minute, 45-minute workout, read, prep my meals for the next day. Yeah. That's usually how I've done all my self-care most of my life, when I feel like I'm doing the best.
Yeah. So this week, this week, what do you want to do for your self-care? Cuts one or monkey fighter?
What's that?
Ideally, some day would be the self-care of the most.
Cut sounds like he's in water.
Cuts one, could we have you speak more directly into your phone?
Is my thing not working? Because I don't see the little sound wave. Oh, there they go. Now I see.
You're good. You don't need to speak so loud. Just speak directly into the phone like normal. We're not deaf.
No, I
am.
I'm joking.
What?
Yes.
We love you. We love you, even though we can't hear you right now.
Cuts is swimming right now. He went into the lake. He's swimming for some flopping fish. I guess we'll just go with Space Troll. I know Space Troll's hanging out. So Space Troll, I guess what's a weekly goal for your self care improvement?
I'm probably just gonna clean my apartment.
Okay.
You are? Cool.
Like make it, look nice.
Make it look nice. You know what's really good for that? Like just rearranging things sometimes. It changes your energy flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it can help you keep things cleaner the next time. I swear.
Sure. Or I usually think, I try to put it in my head, I'm going to have a really hot girl come over tonight.
Yes. Yes. There's always that incentive if you can.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's not true, if you can just put that in your mind, you're definitely like. That's
Just
what I do with my car.
tell yourself a health inspector is coming. And she's a hot girl. And she's a hot girl.
Oh man.
It's a dude. It's a devil.
All right, Bri. Until I guess Cuts has got a little break. What about you?
Well, I've been doing pretty well good on my eating. But like this week I've been working like super hard, and tonight is my first night that I'm not working. So I guess this week for my other self-care, I'm probably gonna just like take a whole day off, not even do garden work Friday, because yeah, it's been a lot. And like my fingers need a rest, my hands need a rest.
You're just trying to get used to the routine. Like you've tacked on more into your daily routine than usual. Right.
What?
Like it sounds like your daily routine. You've just added more.
Yeah, I mean,
than you're used to.
it's true, but like anytime I have this much going on, like I'm gonna need rest because, I mean, for one, I'm human, but two, I'm a projector, and we really need our rest. Like I actually rest best when I'm, in solitude and like I need to withdraw from things. Like I plug into people, I can be very like devoted to other people's energy, but then like I need to be in my own energy too sometimes. Mm-hmm.
Right. Kind of decompress and kind of cleanse your aura from so many other people's energy, good, bad, and otherwise. So, yeah, I mean, I get that. I'm similar way. I think men and women, but this is a men's circle, so I'm going to speak on behalf of men for now. I feel like that we do our best when we're in a routine, and once you get used to a routine, I think sometimes throwing in something extra, like an extra hobby or something, makes it so your routine doesn't get boring. So once you get used to a routine and you got something set up, your time management in the routine. I think a lot of the self-care is time management, right? So if your time management for a routine that you have set up is, stressful, well, take a few things out of your routine, get used to, whatever you need to do basically throughout the day, get used to that, and then add those other things later. So you just implement a little here and there. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, and then you get out of the routine, out of sync, and now you're like back to square one. that makes any sense. Time management is very important for self-care. And I mean, everyone can always work on their time management. I can, everybody can.
Yeah.
So having that skill down is a really good skill to have. When I was a health coach, people always say, "I don't have time to work out." I'm like, okay, well, you got 24 hours a day, 172 hours in the week. What's your schedule look like? And then, they get the 40-hour work. That's fine. So 40 minus 172, and now you're down to 132 hours. Okay. How many hours do you sleep a week? Let's say 56. 8 times 7. Okay, now you're down to still like 80 hours. Where's your other 80 hours going? How, a lot of people, when you look at it in that time frame, where's all your self-care going? You have 80 hours in your week. What are you doing? Are you spending it with your kids? Are you doing what are you doing that's making you exhausted and not taking care of yourself? Write that stuff down. And then look at it. Sometimes just writing it down and looking at it helps. I'm not like that. Like, there's like a lot of people that always ask me, how come you know what you're doing in the gym? I'm like, I just know. Like, I don't need to write it down. But, a lot of people need to write it down. I'm not one of them. But I will write it down for an example. I know how to do it. I'm just not that type of person. I don't really need to write it down. But I write down my rituals.
Good. Good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's all I've got to say for pretty much this stream, unless there's anything you want to add, Brian, or anyone else hanging out.
I suppose we could move on to some meditations, and really bring out the clothes.
I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try to do this with the dog right here. Have like a yoga type meditation. Let's see if I can make it happen with him right here. No. Why do you want to go towards the phone? I know Space Troll, he'll be able to do it. I know Brian will. Cuts, he might have a harder time, or it might look really weird to do it when you're at work. But let me get the dog out of here. All right, come on, you gotta get out. Just for like 5 minutes, dude. Please. Or be right there, because you're kind of in the way. All right. Are you guys ready? I wish we had some. Brian, are you able to play some like spiritual music or something?
Yeah, I've got it, but next time I'm gonna figure out how to do it in the actual. Oh, hang on, I got it.
Check out Tibetan singing bowls too. Tibetan singing bowls.
Singing bowls.
The Tibetan singing bowls.
It's available here.
They have it on YouTube too.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to play it through the app so that it actually comes in a little higher quality. I'm trying right now, so just 1 second.
Why do you want to get near the phone? Why?
I have no idea what this is going to be like exactly.
I'm not gonna be able to do that. The meditation with this type. No, I could do like a warm up class, like a workout class with that, like a minor mild warm up. But something, like the spiritual type chakra type music, yoga music, something like that. Because I'm gonna show a breathing technique, which is also a mild yoga pose that we all can do while we're just sitting down and release some energy. Right, Odin? Can you do the downward dog, Odin? Can you show us downward dog? Can you do walk the dog? For a joke for the beginning of the stream. Brian and I were talking about, you guys remember the yo-yos? Remember yo-yos? The little yo-yo? Brian and I were doing jokes earlier.
Yep, I'm just gonna play on my phone, I guess. I hope this comes across.
Why don't you should be able to share the screen and do it that way, and we should all be able to hear it the same way you do.
No. I don't think that's how that works.
No, that is how it works.
Seeing my screen is not gonna make you hear my audio.
The audio should be the same.
I have to.
Odin, I swear to God. No. You can't lay on me.
You think? Are you serious? Is that really how that works? I'll try.
Do or do not. There is no try. We gotta do like a nerd episode for like the anime comic book lovers. As Brian and I are both big on that, actually. What you gotta cry about?
Yeah.
What, you a crybaby? You a crybaby? Why, you want to be in the men's circle? Is that why? Because you're a man? Well, you're not a man yet. You're only one. You got 2 more years. You're still a baby. Owen, what is one thing you do during the week for self-care besides licking your balls? Come on, that one's kind of funny. Once in a while, like Odin will, he will try so hard to talk to me. He's like, oh. But I could tell he's like trying to talk to me. It's really funny. It's like, are dogs on their way to sentience?
Do you hear that?
A little bit. Mess with your audio a little bit. See if there's a way for it. Because it should sound like it should sound like we can all hear it equally. Otherwise, I got my phone right here and I can just play. We gotta let Brian learn some streaming. We gotta let him get in depth with the stream. Give me 1 second when I pull up. It'll only be like a 5-minute thing. That's all we really need. But yeah, if you can. Oh my God. Why did that come up like that?
You hear that? You hear it good now?
No, it's fine. I'll play it here in a second. I got YouTube pulled up right now. Yeah, let's try this one. Do you guys hear it? Do you hear it, Brian?
Yeah.
I guess as long as I hear it, because I got people that can kind of guide me into it. Helps a lot. Obviously, turn off lights if you can help it. Well, I guess you won't be able to see me if I do that, but you guys can do that. All right. So what you want to do, sit like this, cross-legged, not have a dog trying to sniff your phone. Tighten up your core. So push your lower back towards your core and push your core towards your lower back. Straighten up the spine. It's all about the spine, the kundalini, your chakras. So get into your most comfortable position. You can do it like this, like that. Namaste, whatever, floats your boat. And for 1 minute, we're just going to just casually breathe. And I want you guys to think about what we did today, and what the things that we were talking about, the things, and just reflect on that while doing slow breathing. So kind of like, now breathe in with your nose and out with your mouth. Your nose will filter out toxins. And when you exhale, don't inhale right away. Wait 5 seconds. And then I'll inhale again. One, two, three, four, five. Now hold for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. All right. Now bring your hands together as you're thinking about all those positive reflections. Try to keep everything posture-wise. Keep yourself straight. Keep your core tight. Cut since you're standing. You can still do this. Brian and Spatial. Make sure you're sitting down. Now do a big deep breath in with your nose. And I want you kind of do like, like the YMCA thing. Like you're going to sprout out like a flower. And you're going to keep holding that breath. And then you're going to come back together slowly. I know I'm not doing it perfect because I'm like trying to talk and do this at the same time. Bring your hands back together. And now we're going to do 3 normal deep breaths. And then we're going to do the big one again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now a big inhale and bring your arms up again. You try to reach for the ceiling, reach for the sky as much as possible. 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Back to namaste. One more time, guys, and then we'll be done, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the big inhale is the last one. Reach for the stars, guys. Reach for it. Keep that spine straight. Keep your core tight. And now exhale. Back to namaste. All right, Brian, that's it. Oh, yeah. Back feels better.
Thank you. Gratitude.
That's a minor, that's actually a beginner Kundalini exercise for beginners. Usually you hold your breath for 20 seconds, and after you exhale, it's 20 seconds. It's supposed to, your blood is supposed to, it's supposed to help prevent hypoxia in the future, and your lungs are able to utilize oxygen better throughout the day when you do that, and it presses your spine when you do the inhale and you hold it for so long. It presses like the muscles in your spine to like move around, move the energy around, the tightness around, so expel the negative energy in your back is the idea of that exercise. Obviously, like if you do that part, usually you come forward with your back straight and you do a stretch in regular yoga, but we're just kind of doing basics. So
Totally. It was good.
all right, that's all I've got. I don't know if you have anything else.
Gratitude. This is all about learning to have more space for ourselves and our own bullshit, and therefore we'll have more space for everyone's bullshit. And when we have
More
space
space
for everyone, the world's a better place.
That's right. If the space is better, then we have more time for ourselves and each other. Space time. That's all, folks.
That's all. That's all she wrote.
Till next week. So keep them goals in mind, write them down, and we'll talk about them on the next episode of Men's Circle Z. All right, I had to do it. I had to, man. I had to throw a little Dragon Ball in it. Just a little.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Do you want the last word? I'm just good with him.
This is why I think you don't even get the middle finger. You get this one. What? You get this one. That's what you get.
I'm
You don't even
just,
get.
brother, I love
No,
you
you
so
get that one.
much. I love
You
you
get
so
this
much. Thank you for holding space for this and understanding that you know this is a healing circle.
Yeah, we're gonna heal your souls, or take them. We haven't decided. No, we're just fucking with you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Have a good night. Thank you so
All
much,
right, good
everyone.
night, everybody. Till next time.